Soul facing soul. We at Romemu are still a physical and an emotional community that sits on this plot of land, the Lape land, with a church across the street, a grade school and a middle school behind us, a park, a playground that was created to be accessible to all peoples, to all of different abilities, little ones, young ones, older ones. We are in this land, Amsterdam Avenue, West 105th, but also we have radiated from our nexus to a virtual Zoomagog, our synagogue, Zoomagog around the world. We are a community of siblings, family, friends. So welcome, dear friends.
Continue on page 6. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boechem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. יננאי
As we go through our songs, our tefillah, feast your eyes on the poetry included here, the translations of Rabbi Jill Hammer, and let that lift you as well.
In the middle of page 8. He gale, gale, gale. Ufros aleimi alai et sukat shalom Ufros Habibi Elai. It's Sukkot Shlom
So many varieties of imagining ourselves standing with Gevura, right? Standing with courage. They say, that we would be standing on this earth that says, Kili Haaretz, this earth that is the divine. So we will be exploring all ways of walking and standing. Lechuneranana, another way of walking.
Lechuneranana Ladonai Nadia Letzur Yisheinu.
We're on page 10.
Nekad Mafana Betoda Bizmirot Narialo. Continue in English or in Hebrew. Ki el gadol Adonai. Bottom of the page. Arba'im Shana Akut Bador Ve'omaram Tu'e Levavchem Vehem Lo Yadu Terachai Asher Nishbati Ve'api Im Yevun El Menuchati. So we take a step towards Shabbat, towards the Psalms. You can continue on your own, and we'll meet back at page 10? Let's say 10. And then when it's not 10, you can get back to me. The words Ya'alot Sadai Bechol Asher Bo, but take a moment to flip through the Psalms.
Bottom of 12.
12. Oh, we're already on 10. Gotcha.
Just a little squiggle there, 2 lines above the squiggle.
Ya'alot Sadai Bechol Asher Bo, Ya'alot Sadai. Ay, 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 Ya'alot Sadai Bechol Asher Bo, Ya'alot Sadai. Yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar Ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 az Yiranenu ko atse, az Yiranenu ko atse, az Yiranenu ko atse, az Yiranenu ko atse, Ya'alo Sadai v'chol asher bo, Ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 Ya'alo Sadai v'chol asher bo, Ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 ay.
With the streets that led us to this spot right now, be those fields and all the creatures, two-legged, four-legged, all-legged. Imagine that they were also making merry as you, because they knew you were coming here. Ya'alo Sadai. Whatever did you drink before you came here?
Bottom of page 18. Bemuranan yedaber aleichem, shamru edotav v'chok natan lamo. Adonai Eloheinu ata nitam el nose hayita lahem v'nokem alo lilotam romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lehar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Yanai dai 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 ya da 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 dum da dai. Please rise as you are able. Yanai da dai dai ya da 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 dum da dai. Yanai da dai.
We're on page 20.
Kabul Adonai B'Nelim. Kabul Adonai. Kabod Ba'oz. Ay, ay, ay. Kabul Adonai Yevot Shemo. Ishtachavu Adonai Behadrat Kodesh. Kol Adonai al Hamayim El Hakavod Hirim. Adonai al Mayim Rabim. Kol Adonai Ba'Kol kodesh kol Adonai yachil midbar yachil Adonai midbar kadesh kol Adonai cholel hayadon vayecheso be'arot ubhechalot kulo omer kabod ay Adonai la'mahavu yashav vayeshev Adonai melech leolam Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom yai dai 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 yai dai dai You can be seated.
Just checking in. We are a community, Romemu. We are still a physical and emotional community that sits on this land, the Nape land, right here in what was called the Bloomingdale area. And we acknowledge our neighbors, the church right beside us, the school behind us, the grade school and the middle school behind us, and this magnificent playground and our neighbors that surround us. Extending an embrace from our nexus to our virtual community out there. You've been with us faithfully day in, day out, and you welcome Shabbat.
Towards the bottom of page 22. Yachid ge'eh le'amcha penei. Singular, exalted one. Please face your nation, please face your people. Zokre kedushatecha, chanting of your holiness. Yachid ge'eh le'amcha penei. Zokre kedushatecha yachid ge'eh le'amcha penei zokre kedushatecha yiridai dai 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 le'amcha penei zokre kedushatecha yachid ge'eh le'amcha penei zokre kedushatecha
You take a moment, close your eyes if you're not closed yet, or just let your eyes settle. Not seeking, not evaluating. The breath of life comes sweet. With the breath of life, we say, receive our prayer, hear our cry. You who know our most secret of things. I remember Reb Yitzhak Buxbaum, Magid Yitzhak Buxbaum, who would be with us, blessed memory now. He would be right in front with Carol. And respected teacher, part of our community, he would say to us, how do you go to shul? So he would say, go to shul with the idea that you're going on a pilgrimage. Okay, to Yerushalayim, let's say. Leave behind anything in your heart that's extraneous. You're crossing a border. Throw away emotional contraband. He suggests pausing at the doorway of the shul and whispering, "Oh, Eternal One, oh God, Divine Presence, let me feel awe and love for you within the shul. Let me pray earnestly once inside and feel your presence." Somehow he said, explicitly expressing your intention at the outset helps you to fulfill it. We came inside and now we really go inside.
top of page 24. Lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'ni borechan Hishmiyanu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad V'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi b'nei Shabbat nekabela ligrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekol haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'makshavah techila lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi
ligrat kala
b'nei Shabbat kabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei metoch chafecha Rav lak shevet be'emecha bacha ve'hu yachamo alayich chemla lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi ligrat kala Hidna farkumi liv shevite tifartechami al yad ben yishai beit halachmi korva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri ki ba'oreh kumi uri shir daveri kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi ligrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela yaira ira nai 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 yaira ira nai 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 yaira אלוהי, מה תשכחי ובתחמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר תהילה. יאיר אדוני לך דודי, יאיר אדוני לי גד קלה, יאיר אדוני פני שבת, יאיר אדוני נקבלה. איומים שיסה שוסאי, ורחקו כל מבלעי, יסלעי אלוהי, כמסוס הלב והאהבה. יאיר אדוני לך דודי, יאיר אדוני לי גד קלה, יאיר אדוני פני שבת, שבת נקבלה. ימינו שמאלי יפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי, על ידי שתיהן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. יאיר אדוני לך דודי, יאיר אדוני לי גד קלה, יאיר אדוני פני שבת, שבת נקבלה. יאיר אדוני ינני ינני, יאיר אדוני ינני, יאיר אדוני ינני ינני, יאיר אדוני לך דודי, יאיר אדוני לי גד קלה, יאיר אדוני פני שבת נקבלה. יאיר אדוני לך דודי, יאיר אדוני לי גד קלה, יאיר אדוני פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. We turn and face the entrance. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam berina uvetzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi Kabbalat Shabbat Malka. Ay lecha dodi, ay li gad kala, ay b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat
Traditionally, at this time, anyone who is in mourning comes into our midst. And we welcome those in spirit on our Zoomagog out there, our synagogue, our virtual loving community. If you are in mourning, we come and we welcome you into our space. We welcome you and we see you. And we settle around you and we surround you. With transcendent divine love, we surround you.
Continue on page 28. The Psalm for Shabbat. How abundant are your artistries, God. How profound are your thoughts. Sadikatamar
All the way to the bottom, like the last fourth of the page. Welcome, everyone. Just checking in again. Are we still that physical and emotional community? Romemu, my physical and emotional community that sits here in this neighborhood, that opens its doors and the people come in, that opens its Zoom wings and the people come in. You know what they say that? Like, this is the church and this is the steeple, right? You know that one? Open the doors and you see many people. Just treasuring being in presence with everyone. And in their Zoom world, we see each other to the right, to the left, above and below us. We are surrounded. We are surrounded by this physical and emotional and loving community. And we welcome you if this is your first time to come to Romemu.
You're legally obligated to raise your hand because we already know who you are.
Yes. Or if it's your first time to actually say, I've been here many times, but I'm raising my hand now. Welcome. Welcome. And in the olden days, we would be crossing aisles and seeing each other in that ways. And we respect our need, your need for, for a little bit of distance, for a little bit of prudence. There's that word, prudence. And we hope that you have left some of that which is extraneous, that emotional contraband as we cross into this border. We welcome you and we will say Baruch Hu. We will get up, we will soften our knees, and hopefully we soften knees also, and we soften hearts. And we see each other in all the ways that we are unique, and we say welcome. We are that community that is physical and emotional that sits right here. And we rise. Please rise.
Yididai-dai-do. Yai-dai-do. 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 Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Yididai-dai-da. Baruch Adonai Leolam Vaed. Yai-dai-da. 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 We continue on page 33. Rucha Eloheinu Ruach haolam Asher bidvara Ma'ariva Haravim Yididai-dai-da. Yai-dai-da. 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 You can be seated and continue on page 34. Bored yom v'layla golelon mepnishem.
מרבע יום מביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, יא צבאות שמה.
Ehela chaya v'kayemet tamimim lo
עלינו
leolam
לעולם ועד.
leolam va'ed. Rucha at Shechina Hayra Ha'ma'ariva Aravim Yididai-dai-da. Yai-dai-do. 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 Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha V'ahavatcha Torah Mitzvot Ukim U'Mishpatim Odanu Limadilum.
Crossing the border to a love across space and time and soul.
Ve'achadcha Al tasir mimenu leolamim. Baruch ata Adonai
Baruch Shemo
אוהב עמו ישראל.
We take a breath in and a breath out. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך.
We're on page 40.
והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי אצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך
וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Continue on page 41. In English or in Hebrew. Now, if you will listen to my askings that I ask you instead, love your love. These words on your hearts, on your souls, bind them as a sign upon your hand, and dangle between your eyes. Teach them. מהשמיים על הארץ. ישראל. אני Adonai Elohechem emed. You can continue through page 45 on your own. The breath of life is our power, delivering us from God.
We're still walking. We're on page 48.
ראו בנים את גבורתו, שיבחו וחודו לשמו, מלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליכם. משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לך אנו שירה, בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, באלים אדוני, מי כמוך, מי כמוך, נהדר בקודש, נהדר בקודש, תהי Oh, say, לפני משה ומרים, זה לי, אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ידידי דה 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 דה, ידידי דה 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 דה, ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom. Continue on page 50 and 49. Ufros Aleinu Sukash Lo Melcha with Nemu Ve'eta Tova Milfanecha. Shmor tzeitenu vo'einu lechaim u'leshalom eta ve'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch ata Adonai הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו והכל עמו ישראל והכל יושבי תבל ועל ירושלים.
And we rise.
In a moment we'll rise v'shamru.
We're on page 52.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל Oh יתגדל ויתגדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב.
ואמרו
אמן.
יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם העולמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה בנחמתה תמירן בעלמא.
ואמרו Amen. Different sections for individual Amidah begin on page 54. Adonai Savatai Taufi Agi Tehilatem. Say shalom, shalom imroma. Yase shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom imroma. Yase shalom. Say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yoshvei Tevel Veimeru Amen. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Yase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imeru Amen. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Yase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imeru Amen. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Oh, say Shalom, Shalom Bimroma. Yase Shalom. Yase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imeru Amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imeru Amen.
Last night when we had our community meeting, I said these same words. Romemu, our community is still a physical and emotional community. We are rooted on this land. We are rooted in this neighborhood, where this community once started with Rabbi David Ingber and a drum. You've heard that story. One person with a drum, then eventually in his living room, and the community grew. And then right there in that corner was the first place where they had the bima in this building. And the community grew. And we looked across the street at our neighbors and we said, could we be with you? And so across the street we went. And for so many years, Romemu was at West End Presbyterian. So that if you had a simcha, you would make your invitations so that it reads, come to the bar bat mitzvah, the mitzvah of my child at West End Presbyterian. And I keep saying this, that we are still physical and emotional because I need to find feeling again. Our country, we have been buffered and bludgeoned. And in times like this, what else can you say? There are no words. Words have been exhausted. So I look back to the middle of the book of Leviticus. We're at the end. We're at the end, right? Tomorrow we will raise the Torah and say, Chazak, Chazak, may we be strong, be strengthened. But I need to look back. Look back at Leviticus 23, where it says, Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, b'chodesh hashvi'i be'echad lachodesh yihye lachem Shabbaton zichron teruah mikra kodesh. Speak to the Israelites in that 7th month, on that first day of the month, you shall observe a complete rest. Here we are. A sacred occasion commemorated with loud blasts. Blasts, sounds that will rend the air, be called teruah. These loud blasts are to commemorate sacred fixed times. The sirens that go up and down, that go up Amsterdam to the hospitals, are some of those fixed sounds of our neighborhood. So we've heard a lot of sounds to action, a lot of calls to action. A loud blast we've heard, but there is also, can I find the sound of a tekiah? A simple, straightforward blast. To the rabbis, to our sages, this was emblematic of the tzaddikim, of the righteous ones, the hidden ones who would come out, who have a clean slate. They say they've lived their lives based on goodness, kindness, and caring for others. But instead, I hear shivarim, like 3 broken sounds. Troah, that big sound, has been drowned by the broken, sobbing nation that is our nation. The broken, sobbing you and me, instead of that clean, clear sound of tekiah. There is sobbing and moaning, sobbing and moaning, sobbing and moaning. I don't drive, something I'm not very proud of, but I try to imagine how far it would be from here to Buffalo. I'm trying to imagine how far it is from here to Uvalde. How far it is from here all the way to Laguna Woods. And from all those places and in between, as President Joe Biden had said, there is just brokenness. And he cited, I'm sure with the help of his speechwriters, Tehillim, Psalm 34, verse 19, it says, Karov ladonai lenishverei lev. That the Holy One, blessed be, is near, is so karov, close to the brokenhearted. Be'et dakei ruach yoshia. And that Lord, that Holy One, that divine presence saves those who are crushed, who are pummeled and fragmented in spirit. So I want to say, oh, speech writers, you just scroll back a little bit, before that verse. What about this? Verse 13 that says, Mi ha'ish, and I'm going to add, Mi ha'ish, mi ha'isha, hechafetz chayim. Who is the person, who is the being who is eager for life? Let's go past the broken first, before that. Who is the one who is eager for life? The child, the retiree, the one who's shopping to make a meal? Who is the one who desires years of good fortune? Mi ha'ish, mi ha'isha, ohev yamim lirot tov. Who wants to see and be in goodness? The verse continues, the answer to that, Therefore, guard your tongue from evil. Netzor leshoncha mera. And keep your lips away from deceitful speech. Uspatecha medaber mirma. That word mirma, they say deceitful speech. For me, it's like murmuring, right? Murmuring, innuendos, and toxic information that's permeated our world, our worlds. And it continues, sur mera, like in Surah, yeah, we say on Hanukkah, Sur, shun that which is evil. Ose shalom, right? Like ya'asetov, right? That we were singing again and again and again. Ya'asetov, do good. Bakesh shalom, like find, seek peace, seek amity, and chase after it. Beradfehu. So the well-meaning speechwriters landed on the brokenhearted and the promise that they will be saved. How many of you, like me, have like scrolled and scrolled and scrolled for more clarification, some ease, some posting, some posts there that might ease my pain? And so I got this from the Sephardic Jewish Brotherhood of America, a Ladino quote of the week, the one that I received today. It says, "Si la paz no existe, se pasa la vida triste." If there is no peace, there is sadness in life. Their sadness in life doesn't quite catch the spirit of se pasa la vida triste. Like your life just passes away in sadness. And I'm excited to share this with you because it was written also in Hebrew. I promise you, the word peace, paz, was spelled as Pe Aleph Zayin. And the word vida was spelled as Vav Yod Daled Hey. Because such is Ladino. Do I bring this because I have a chance to bring it in, or because Uvalde is Latino? It's a community of Latinos, Latinx Americans, and people that live close to the border. Is it an excuse to say, oh, in Jewish community, we too can embrace them because you know what? We have Ladino. We are Romemu. We are a community. We are a physical and emotional community of siblings, family, and friends to the right, to the left of you, above and below. We are 372 miles south of Buffalo driving, and we are 2,813 driving miles from here to Laguna Wood in California, where there too are siblings and community, family, and friends. Our Jewish life elevated, that is the way that we describe Romemu, is part of this country. This land which has attracted stragglers, dreamers, would-be second, third, fourth chancers. Our commonality, as my mother would say, right, always say, what would your mom say? Was that she said, as a physician, when anyone is on the operating table, we all bleed. We, in our human frailty, are connected, and we, in our human frailty, cannot withstand an AR-15 style rifle. We, in our human frailty, cannot withstand a Bushmaster XM-15. So just hours after this day of the counting of the Omer, where we have been observing Yesod Sheba Yesod, Yesod being the foundation. So our foundation is the ground on which we stand. Our foundation is us. That's it. Who do we have but us? So I want to hold on to the sweetness of Yesod Sheba Yesod. Rav Nachman of Breslov was saying, what is the Yesod? And he says that, oh, that is the one that is in the prophet Micah's exhortation to us to go and walk modestly in the ways of God. He said that Yesod is likened to the walls of the sukkah, right? Where two are longer and one is shorter. And that is our Yesod, that is our foundation, and there is an opening. But this foundation that we have, our community, our country, is shaking at the moment, is teetering. Maybe it's the hand of a shopper who just pulled into a parking lot. A woman of color who will say, okay, I'm going in. Am I gonna be okay? It is us who are teetering and shaking. Maybe a retiree out in Laguna Woods, part of that community or that network of communities where there was a Taiwanese church, and a visitor speaking also Taiwanese had come in, and they welcomed him in. And lo and behold, of course they'd welcome him in. His outfit said security, and then he closed the door. Retirees that are teetering on hope that is being shaken, children, families. We need the blast of the shofar. A blast of the shofar to commemorate 10? Is that it? The blast of the shofar to commemorate that one person who was killed in Laguna Woods? Should it be 19 blasts? Is there a mystery to these numbers? Or perhaps there is no mystery. How about 50? Steve Kerr, the basketball coach, who interrupted his own briefing in between games, said, 50. Let us focus on 50. There are 50 senators who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is just a background check, a rule that the House already passed a couple of years ago. Should it be 90 blasts? 90 blasts so that we can be awakened? Well, 90% of Americans, regardless of political affiliation, want these background checks. 50 blasts to wake up these senators who are holding our country hostage, who refuse to put this law even into a vote, despite what the American people want. Lo dayenu, it's not enough. That's it. We're done. But here we are in Jewish community, and we keep looking for our scriptures. What do we have? What do we say in Jewish community? And here it is clear. The Rambam writes that not only Jews, not only our people, nor the resident aliens that live amongst us, the Gerei Toshav, even for non-Jews, our sages commanded that we are to visit their sick, bury their dead as one would bury the dead of our own people, support the poor among the poor of other people for the sake of peace. Mipnei dachei shalom. We look to our scriptures and say, what can we learn? How can we react to what's happening right now? It says the eternal is good to all and loving to all beings. And again, tomorrow we will say the ways of Torah are the ways of pleasantness, and all of its paths are peace. 1 blast, 10 blasts, 19 blasts, 50 blasts, 90 blasts. I'll hold on to hope. Hope as a discipline. The artist Monica Trinidad said that what people often get wrong about hope, this that we're doing here, coming here to pray, this is hope. Otherwise, we'd all be just hidden in a heap somewhere. Monica Trinidad says, what people often get wrong about hope as a discipline is that it's not about passivity. It isn't about sitting and wishing that things will be different tomorrow. It's about believing in the power of yourself, your people, your crew, your communities, and never backing down. And we hold on to a hope that should be a different kind of hope. Yes, we are a praying community. This community is a praying community, unabashedly, unashamedly, without shame. This is a community that is physically and emotionally drawn to prayer. We cannot back down. Is it 1? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 19? Is it 50? Is it 90? We will not back down. I'll say it again. Romemu, this community that I've served for the last 4 years, is still a physical and emotional community that is in a neighborhood with a church, our colleagues for so many years, a school right back there, a grade school and a middle school, a playground where adults and young people cavort. And happy are we that we have radiated from this nexus, from that corner where this community started in this building, and we've radiated to the rest of the world. So we'll come and pray, yes? We'll come and pray. This all makes sense, coming here to pray. It's about believing in the power of yourself, your people, your crew, my crew right there, your communities, my crew, and never backing down. We rise, it is upon us, on your shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, everyone on Zoom, shoulder to shoulder. That's it. Who do we got? We have us. Remember, the 1, the 10, the 19, the 50, and the 90. We rise.
The bottom of page 78. V'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim v'hashevota el levavecha ki havaya hi ha'Elohim v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai
one day.
One day, one day,
One day, one day,
one day.
this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, this day,
This day, this day,
this
this day, this day, this day, this day.
This day, if you're here remembering your loved ones, if you're here observing a yard site, please remain standing if you wish, and kindly share the names of your loved ones whom you're remembering today. Thank you. And dear friends on Zoom and the people whom you're remembering today, please rise if it is your custom for Mourner's Kaddish. We are on page,
On the back cover, technically. 116. Thank you.
thank you. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah,
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו,
Amen.
יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה,
ברכו.
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
יהי שלמה רבא מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Again, that call, עושה שלום, to make peace, to bring peace down. תנחמו מן השמיים, may we find comfort in the heavens.
Join together on page 103. As we count the Omer together. Last night was 41, which means tonight is,
42.
she said it, not me. Leshem yichu.
Page 103.
Kudsha brichu shchinte. Hineni mochan umezuman. V'kayem mitzvat aseh. Shel sfirat haomer. Shel sfirat haomer. Shel sfirat haomer. Shel sfirat haomer. Sheva Shabbatot Temimot tihena. Sheva Shabbatot Temimot tihena. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer. And we'll turn to the next page, 2 pages from now, sorry, on the bottom
All
of
the way to
page
bottom.
106. And we say together, Hayom Shnaim ve'arba'im yom shehem shisha shavuot la'omer malchut shebiyisod.
Malchut Shabbat. Malchut being that ultimate dignity, right? Ultimate dignity steeped in this bond of connection. We recognize the dignity of our soul and the dignity and the liberation of all. Into this cup of blessing. Gratitude to our rabbinical student, our rabbinical friend, our rabbinical fellow, Jackson Mercer, into this cup of blessing. Did I say blessing? I did. Blessing, rich time. Meister, you know what we do actually in dance class after this? Like everybody gets down on their knees, they come and they drum on the ground. I am drumming on the ground in gratitude into the cup of blessing. This community that I had, I was like encouraged, brave we are, brave we were, and we met in community meeting last night in this space with all our dreams and all our hopes for this community. And yes, into this cup of blessing, Paul.
You stole my thunder. Rabbi Mira.
Into this cup of blessing, this place where I could actually come out in the way that I truly am. I'm just a bhakti, a bhakta, like no shame, into this cup of blessing. Thank you, Rabbi David Ingber, for creating this community. And this cup of blessing, our Meister sound keeps us heard and seen in all these ways, and we rise.
And one more time for Rabbi Mira, for not just what you do in this place and in this community, but to be building the things that are in this space for people for whom those foundations were not led. And to continue doing that, to build spaces for Jews of color, so that they can feel welcome in these spaces, and so that they can have their own spaces, and to continue to have, God willing, what will be an origin story of a small corner.
Into this cup of blessing, all those who came and who walked those fields, Ya'alosh Sadai, right? As Yeranenu, imagine we were walking in the fields as our ancestors wore white around Shabbat and walked out into the fields. So you did too. It's just called Amsterdam Avenue. It's just called West 105th Street. There's just scaffolding and somebody offering COVID tests down there. Into this cup of blessing, our blessing. Bayechulu Hashamayim. Vayachal Elohim bayom hashvihi melachta אשר עשה. וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי.
חיים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו. בשבת קודשו הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים, בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen.
Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.